customer flips out that I won't do a return on an expired product that a stranger bought him. First time poster on mobile, so sorry for an mistakes. A little background. My family owns a small supermarket in an area that is predominantly Hispanic, so the main language of most customers and our employees is Spanish. Since I'm the owner's daughter's store manager and am bilingual, the task of dealing with English-speaking customers usually falls onto me or my brother if he's also working. The issue with this is while I'm a 23 female college student, I look very young for my age, therefore people mistake me as an lowly 15-year-old and rarely given me any respect as a manager, so it can be hard to control some customers. This story is such a case. A cashier calls me over because a customer would like to make a return but he does not have a receipt. Now our policy is that no cashier can make any returns without the receipt, but since I'm the manager I have the power to override this if I feel there's a real issue with the product or if I recognize the customer and believe that they really did buy it from us. The man in question was one I did not recognize as a regular in our store, and the product in question for a return was a bottle of vegetable oil that had expired 2 years ago. Now I'm not going to pretend that my store is perfect and we never have any damaged or expired items on shelves that we missed, but something that expired 2 years ago? Very unlikely that we would have missed that. Either way, I asked the man if he had his receipt. He proceeds to tell me that he does not because another man had came into the store and bought it for him. I tell him that I cannot do the return without the receipt and if he can ask to see if his friend still had it. He tells me that he cannot because he does not know the man. He continues saying that a stranger came with his wife and kids and bought the groceries and he cannot ask for the receipt because he does not know him. I then ask him if he could ask his wife if she could get the receipt from this stranger, and he starts to scream about he can't contact the other man because he is a stranger and he does not know him. But he came to the store with his wife and kids. I tell him there is nothing I can do for him and he starts screaming and insulting every part of my being, my appearance, personality and even spirituality, because I'm such a cruel person for not letting him return the 2-year-old vegetable oil that a stranger bought for him. I know you just told me, but when? So due to renovations at my job, our photocopier has been down. There are two sides to the story. One side claims the cables were clipped during the renovation and the internet company cannot do anything. The other claims that the connection is intact but not working and the cables are fine. It's basically a back and forth about who is responsible. Someone came up recently and asked when it would be available. I told them the above situation in a summarized form. I finished my statement with, unfortunately, with the issue with the internet company, we do not have an estimate on when it'll be available again. The person then looked at me and went, okay, so when will it be ready? Bruh, really? I just told you. It's annoying of how people don't listen nowadays and just hear what they want to hear. Funny unrelated update. I was typing this up as I was finishing up at work and someone called to dispute $2.10 on their account. You read that right. $2.10. I cannot think of any reason I would ever dispute $2.10. Even if I'm right and don't have to pay it, I'm still paying it because it's $2.10. The time a couple tried to steal $2,300 worth of items and only pay $7. I've never posted on Reddit, only got an ACC a couple of minutes ago, but I work in retail and my god do I have stories to tell. I'll kick it off with the time a couple came into our store and filled a 4-drawer plastic shelf, around $7, with all these items from around the store. They cut off the spider wrap from a lot of our high-priced tech items, filled baskets full of hard drives, paints, headphones, etc., but did this all pretty discreetly. It was clearly an organized operation. When we scan the bigger items, like the shelf, we don't usually lift it onto the counter, just lean over and scan, so it would have been impossible for the employee checking out to notice the hidden stock. Luckily one of the employees caught on, and upon discovering the couple's shelf filled to the brim with all their loot, the duo got spooked and left the store. After watching the whole thing on the security tapes, we were curious to see how much they intended to steal and rang up around $2,300 of tech items and stationery. We've printed out a pic of them in a heart and it's currently stuck under our counters so that we may never forget these bold souls. I mean, I can laugh about it now, but if they truly did get away with it, it would have been real bad. Thanks for watching and don't forget to give a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Have a good one.